toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field over the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Sooners will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Aggies offense comes onto the field first today. And David, if you like big plays, and I know you do, and highlight real catches, and I know you do, we've got a guy for you on this offense.
Man, it's so fun to watch him, not for defensive coordinators, defensive players, but this is a guy that can make plays all over the field. He will be highlighted, just the speed, the playmaking, the catching ability. Jesse, he will make plays early and often.
Man, it is so nice as a quarterback when you have a guy like that lining up, because you can just throw it anywhere in his vicinity and trust he's going to find a way to get it done and make the catch. Even when he's defended, he is always open, and you're going to see him line up all over the field, and he'll get the ball in a variety of ways.
The Aggies have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Gonna run it. It's Pringle. Runs through a tackle. Stopped in the backfield. He's gonna lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it.
He's got it on the outside. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Hart. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
This tight end's a weapon because he can give you yak after the catch. You see him break that tackle? That was pretty impressive, showing off his athleticism.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bussey. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! This is why they show up for Midnight Yell, and they are playing like they practice.
And this place rocks as loud as anywhere in the country, and you want to get them going early. First drive of the game, scoring a touchdown, getting them jacked up.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
He'll get rid of it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there calls the missed timing. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on What's that going to do for them? There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that. And they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Past the 50. The 30. The 20. He's at the touchdown. Texas A&M. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Off the play fake on first down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Thomas. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Now on first down from the 28. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Makes the catch. It's Kearney. Breaks into the open. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. The Sooners are on the move. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on second down. Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
What an unbelievable job by the secondary. No pass rush in sight. Quarterback had all day to throw, but they still took away all the options in the back end. Great job.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside the... He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Firing to the right, complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield goal first.
And I like the alertness by this defense. 1st and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Lining up for the PAT.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the tight end. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We reach the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Rides the back and leaves it. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot, you start trying to aim it, you really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Quarterback may change this route. They'll try to get it through the air. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the marker. It's Rigby. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Dances away. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football. But the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. He's just chasing by the defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. That's reeled in. It's Bush. Oh, he's got some space. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown Sooners.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. The give to the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're
turning it on! Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy.
Heading to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
No, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? And it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Ball State is currently ahead in this one, but let's remember, this program has just 1 bowl win all time, so nothing is a given in Muncie. They're up by 7 over the Red Hawks of Miami. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Rigby. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and
lots of room to run. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
Looking to the big tight end.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Ball will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Makes the catch. It's Bush. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. And the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to keep it in the air. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Turns it on down the left side. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to throw, it's Hart. Finds the big tight end. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Texas A&M will snap it in the red zone. The give to Davis. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Got it behind the line. It's Bussey. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. It'll be 3rd and long. Gives it on the option. Runs through the tackle. They use the sideline and get him out of bounds right at the 9. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Washington. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Carry-On. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
2nd down coming up. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Moving closer to the red zone. It's at the 27 on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The sure hands. It's Carry-On. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking for the score. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. The snap sets up to throw. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. As expected, they're content to run out the clock and go into halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in College Station. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kyle Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to...
There he goes! And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally and handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw. And then...
Touchdown Sooners! They looked finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking downfield, it's Hart. A strike downfield. He's loose. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Rigby. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
got a man. It's carry on. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rigby. He's not going to make it to the sticks. And what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. The Sooners will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
You know, it's not often you get to see QBs go over 5,000 yards passing in a year. We've watched this guy, though, be a special player for this offense all season long. With that last completion, he's now hit the milestone.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? On the run, still looking. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Scanning the field, it's Hart. Running to Green. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Lost to throw on first down off the play fake. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This this game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Off-play action on first down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. The play action fake. They're working that left side. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. How about utilizing the fullback and picking up just little snippets of yardage in the passing game?
Yeah, it was kind of a positive play. You know, listen, it goes on the completion side of things, so the completion percentage goes up for the quarterback, and the big fella gets a touch, and we keep him happy, and now we go, all right, let's get back to blocking.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. And the Aggies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Back to throw, it's Hart. Looking to the big tight end. And it's knocked away and incomplete, denying a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Give to the running back. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Bush. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Man, this quarterback now has thrown for almost 450 yards. That is a lot of throws. That's a lot of success, just chewing up yards left and right. Have a day, young fella.
Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run the draw.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
It's complete to the right. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
How about this offense, man? You gotta love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
But with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that. And here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. They thought maybe they could contain him. They thought wrong.
They did, and don't call him a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast, you can tell the angles just get chewed up. I think you got a chance to catch him. Tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I better make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you could threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that. Texas A&M going up tempo.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Finds his big tight end. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. To the air. It's Hart. Quickly complete. Inside the 15. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
You know, as a receiver, sometimes you have to have better awareness. You're down here in the end zone. You're on the outside of the field. You got to put your body in a position where you can make that catch, but still keep a foot in bounds and not able to come up with that.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now the play fake. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing. Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Back to pass, it's Hart. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That's good for a Fighting Texas Aggie.
Looking to throw on first down. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Texas A&M going quickly. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Bussey. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Wants to go up top. He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Stopped at the 13-yard line. The return after the interception has them in business.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.